We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoffs. And the Bears ready to get this thing started and open the season. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So the Memphis Tigers offense is on the field for the first time today. And here it comes for the first time as a starter, this talented freshman. And Jesse, it seems like quarterbacks mature quicker and quicker these days, and they're ready to grab the reins.
Yeah, you're seeing it more and more, and there's more high school quarterbacks now ready to take the next step and compete and perform in college football. But listen, I started as a true freshman back at Florida. I guarantee you he has so much nervous energy going right now because he has never played in an environment like this, and he has never played against competition like this either, Dave.
No, it's crazy, and that was nice. It's a fumble on the play. How in the world did the offense retain possession?
Good awareness by the offense. You never want to see the ball on the ground, but a nice job understanding. Just kind of jump on it and make sure you keep possession.
Looking to throw, it's Denson. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
So the Baylor Bears offense will have its first possession of the game. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for his senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, then he's obviously going to have a big year.
Zings it complete to the right. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. They'd hope to be able to pick up enough after the catch, but a good stop leaves them with a 4th and short.
Really good job by the defense being physical, understanding the situation in the game. The ball's going to come out quick. You know that. Go make the tackle, force the 4th down.
Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet. The Bears with the 1st and 10. Toss sweep to the right. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
It's complete. No chance to run, but still a good gain. Guys, when you think about the big picture for Baylor, they start the season in the top 10. Ideal position to make a run. But what do they need to avoid?
Well, I think you avoid the talks about me and where we're at, because that doesn't matter. This team's got a lot to prove. It's a very talented team, but they got to start the season off fast. That first impression makes a big deal in all these voters, Jesse.
Yeah, I think a lot of these players are hungry to prove that top 10 ranking is legit. But talking to some of their guys too, David, they actually feel like they're not ranked high enough. They actually feel disrespected being where they are, which is pretty amazing considering this is already a really great jumping point. I can't wait to see how they play today.
And the Bears are rolling down the field.
29.
Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble, but couldn't create anything there. Let's talk for a second about Baylor. They got a boost from their high school recruiting ranks, setting the table for the future, getting a verbal commitment from a four-star linebacker.
Yeah, it's huge for this defense, not only because of his physical traits. This guy can run, he can cover, he can blitz the passer, but he's also a tremendous leader. This guy could be the alpha on this defense for years to come.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Touchdown, Baylor! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Wide open downfield. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. He'll ride his man on the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. Guys, let's talk about Memphis. By no means was it a transfer portal exodus. The number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team
Turning it on! And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. Let's see how they set the tone on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Denson. Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Well, he had nowhere to go with the ball, guys. And the defense is in nickel. Great job by the DBs in coverage. No receivers open.
Now the play fake. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You can tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. He'll get a fresh set down, stopped at the 31-yard line. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down.
Nice job by the receiver on the back end there, too. He sees his quarterback on the run moving, and he just works to get himself open to give his guy a place to throw the football. They're able to connect, and they keep the drive going.
They'd hoped to slip the fullback out of the backfield unnoticed. Oh, he was noticed. He was noticed and lost yardage.
Yeah, and I need better blocking. I need a runway to get this big fella going and get up to speed. He didn't even get to catch the football and get up to speed before he was getting tackled. It's not like he's an explosive athlete that's going to take a screen and go a long way. Need a little better blocking.
Off the play fake. The sweet feet buy a little time. Card in the backfield. It's awesome. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. They were banking on the yards after the catch, but that went into the negative column.
And I'm banking on the ball coming out quick. When I'm a defense and under...
Hauls it in, the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, and that wraps up the first quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. First play of the period will be a second down. The give on the inside. And he never had a chance. Just stop. As soon as he got it.
You want to end a play quickly, get in the backfield that fast, get to the guy, and get him on the ground. Nice job penetrating right from the snap, getting off the ball so quick, penetrating in the backfield and making something happen.
Nowhere for him to run again, and now fourth down is going to be a tough one.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Trying to make match. There he goes. And he gives himself up, but not before he moves those sticks. The Bears getting set on 1st and 10. To the air on first down. Here's a heat. Inside the 25. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. And the Bears pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They'll run play action. And the heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Perfect execution by this defense. They played pass, sat back, looked at the quarterback, took everything away, and even better, good pass rush, finishes it, now put him in a predictable 3rd and long situation.
Wide out trying to get it in. And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. No hesitation from this head coach. He will go for it on 4th and goal from the 1. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. So the offense will try to punch it in here on 4th and goal from the 1. Barrels ahead. Looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown Bears!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point. And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Really nice run to get it out to the 23 before he goes out send the punt team onto the field. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Oh, he's got a chance. Showing off the arm. He's into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 47.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
To the air on second down. Lost one deep down the right side. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Baylor!
And you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well. Offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. Behind the chains now on second and long. Looking for a man. It's Denson. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Blasted as he lets it go. And they can't make the connection on third down. Memphis will be forced to punt. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. There he goes. Open it up. What a return there. Found a little running room and put his team in great position. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Complete downfield. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bears!
Well, this thing's turning into a rout, and it's turning into a rout quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football game.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll get it out to the 25, not bothered at all being backed up, and they've got a first down. Back to throw, it's Denson. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. Leaves it with the running back. Nice move there. He has the first and still on his feet. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Memphis wants to move quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. Snagged in the middle. It's Spillman. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the... Breaks into the open. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Memphis. Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And they didn't start this first half the way you wanted to, but at least they're ending on a positive note. At least they're saying, guys, we put a drive together. We scored. We need some plays to go our way, but the offense has got some positive momentum, and that is a great thing going into the half.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, but they're still down 28-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great top 25 matchup. Miami has the lead right now, but this Canes crowd is restless. They just haven't been able to separate themselves yet there in the 305. They're up by 7.
Touchdown, Baylor! The hidden yardage, the big play, special teams coming through.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Clock still running, almost certainly the last play of the half. To the air, it's Denson. Throws to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco.
Memphis about to boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
I'll tell you, you're lucky if you're watching a college football game and you see one return for a touchdown. That's now his second of the game. This guy is absolutely lethal. He's shown you his open field running ability. He's shown you his speed. I'll be shocked if anybody kicks his way the rest of this game and the rest of the season.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 3rd. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. They opened up this drive, getting all the way out to the 35, and now it's first down again. Under fire. He's in open space downfield. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. To the ground with the back. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Might as well give it to him again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Here comes the heat. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He might want another play. Trying play action. Moves away as he feels pressure. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
And for a defense, it's not always about sacks, but sometimes it's about getting that quarterback off his spot where he feels very comfortable, and they get him flushed outside of the pocket, and good perimeter defense. He rolls to the right. Everybody's still covering their guys, moving across the field with the QB. Nowhere to go with the football.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense in this game so far, so can they build on that one? Can they create some turnovers here in the second half to get back in this game?
He's showing it all. The juice, the jets, the moves, and he's got it down to the 16-yard line. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's got the tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Tight end now in motion. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop it.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. Memphis has the ball back, and the offense ready to go to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. To throw, it's Denson. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Memphis will be forced to punt. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David.
Yeah, and you know, you hear all these stupid commentators like me and Jesse talking about create balance, run and pass. No, when you throw that good, spin the ball around.
So the defense has to find a way to affect the quarterback on this drive, because last drive...
He'll off one deep down the left side. Hits him in stride at the 10. Touchdown, Baylor! Once he got some room, it was over.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They go to the ground. Nice move to pick up yardage. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. Now on 1st and 10 from the 29. Looking to throw, it's Denson. Fires it beautifully in on the crosser. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. And the Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Working the middle, it's complete. Powers through the defender. And it took the defense a bit to get a handle on him. A little slippery with all those juke moves. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. Off and running. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. On 1st and goal, let's see if Memphis can get it in the end zone. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tigers. Excellent pass by the back on the option.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
56, Memphis, 14.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Makes a move. He gets it up to the 35 before he's guided out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. First play of this drive comes from the 35-yard line. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Came through like a shot and knocked him. Loss of 5.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you.
He lobs one high down the left side. Makes the grab inside the 30. They make the stop, but barely, and they might need to regroup as we have come to the end of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and it's Baylor holding the edge. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. He's stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Bears have this offense rolling. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the running back has it. Touchdown Bears! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop.
And it's blocked. That's It's a live ball. He can take it back for 2. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. The Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. The play-action fake. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
Rushes on him. Good job corralling that football, but he couldn't get it out of the end zone, and it'll be a safety. After giving up the safety, they'll have to kick it away.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
They'll run it out of the shotgun. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. They've got it inside the 40 at the 39 as they pick up the first down. The Bears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback adapting. A strike downfield. Races down to the 2 and stopped just short of the goal line as he goes out of bounds.
And they've been fun to watch today, man. Like they're staying aggressive late in the game. They've built a cushion. They've built a lead. But you could just tell the confidence and the swagger they have. They've been able to do what they want today, take care of business. And this is an offense that I think is going to continue to grow.
And the Bears trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. Wants to adjust the pattern. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Baylor! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
Memphis, 14.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle. Oh, he's got some space. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Off play action. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held up.
Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Memphis will send the punt team onto the field. He'll try to really get into this one. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. They'll move the wide receiver. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. Offense set on first down. They'll ride the hot hand, finding open areas. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll leave it with him. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like, just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Can't get him to the ground. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree. Jesse agrees. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Well, this running back has struggled to find anywhere to go, and I think one reason why is this linebacker and his speed. He did a great job there identifying where the ball was going to go. He didn't let anybody block him. Made his way to the running back and got him on the ground. Nice job.
Oh, and he got drilled. He just got rid of the football. Memphis will be forced to punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This is quickly turning into a celebration, Jesse, as they've taken control of this game.
And they should feel good about how they've played. They knew they had to come in here, protect home turf. They've gone out, they've run it well, they've thrown it well, David. Really, so much this coaching staff can be happy about.
Yeah, and now it's about stat padding, right? Like, you can just put up more numbers. You know this game's pretty...
And down he goes. Not sure about putting your quarterback in harm's way there, but